Picture this. You wake up, roll over, and check your phone. Within the first 30 seconds, you've already seen three people living lives that look 10 times better than yours. Someone's on holiday in Greece, sipping cocktails by the sea. Someone else just bought a shiny new car. Another is celebrating their dream job with champagne and smiles. And you? You're lying in bed, hair a mess, staring at the ceiling, thinking, why am I so far behind? Why does everyone else seem so far ahead? Here's the brutal truth. It's not your fault. Your brain is wired to make you miserable. That voice that whispers, you're not good enough. That itch to compare your life to someone else's highlight reel, that isn't weakness. That isn't personal failure. That's evolution. But here's the secret. The same brain that sabotages you can also be rewired to work for you. Today, we're breaking down exactly how your brain tricks you, why it makes you miserable, and most importantly, how to hack it to finally break free. Stay until the end, because once you understand this, you'll realize something life-changing. You are not broken. You're just running ancient survival software on modern hardware. And it's time for an upgrade. Part 1. The Hidden Enemy. Your brain has one main job: keep you alive, not make you happy, not make you successful, just alive. 10,000 years ago, happiness was dangerous. If you were too content, you stopped scanning for threats. You stopped paying attention. You missed the rustle in the grass or the shadow in the trees. And back then, one careless mistake could cost you your life. So evolution gave you a brain obsessed with problems. A brain that constantly asks, what's wrong? What's missing? Who's ahead of me? Who could hurt me? Fast forward to today. The lions and tigers are gone, but the programming is still running. That's why when you see someone else succeed, your brain reacts like it's a threat. Their promotion feels dangerous. Their happiness feels like risk. Except now, the predator isn't an animal. It's a holiday photo. And here's where it gets worse. Your brain doesn't just focus on problems. It clings to them. One rude comment online can ruin your whole day. One mistake in a meeting replays in your head on a loop, while the 20 things you did right disappear. This is not weakness. This is wiring. Part 2. The Comparison Trap. Let's dig into one of the most painful ways your brain sabotages you: comparison. Inside your head is a region called the anterior cingulate cortex, your built-in comparison engine. Its job is to constantly scan: am I ahead or behind? Am I winning or losing? In small tribes, this was useful. If someone hunted better than you, you learned. If someone built a stronger shelter, you copied them. Comparison kept you alive. But today, it's gone rogue. You're no longer comparing yourself to a small tribe of 30 people. You're comparing yourself to 3 billion strangers online, each posting only their highlights. Here's the devastating formula your brain runs without you realizing. Your behind the scenes divided by their highlight reel equals feeling like garbage. You compare your messy living room, your insecurities, your bloopers, against someone else's polished, filtered, photoshopped masterpiece. It's like comparing your rough draft to their final production. And of course you feel behind. Of course you feel like you're failing. But here's the truth. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're simply at a different chapter. Everyone is running a different race, with different starting lines and different finish lines. Comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20 is like comparing a seed to a tree and saying the seed is losing. No, the seed is just at a different stage. Part 3. Why your brain loves misery. If comparison feels so bad, why does your brain keep doing it? Because your brain doesn't care about happiness. It cares about survival. And survival means spotting danger. This is called negativity bias. Imagine you're walking through a forest. You hear 10 birds singing and one bush rustle. Where does your attention go? Not the birds, straight to the rustle. Because 99% of the time it's nothing. But 1% of the time it's life or death. Your ancestors survived by obsessing over threats. That's why today your brain zooms in on problems, flaws, and shortcomings, even when you're perfectly safe. That's why criticism hurts more than praise, why failures stick harder than successes, why you remember the one rude comment and forget the 100 kind ones. This system worked thousands of years ago. Today, it keeps you stuck in a loop of misery. But here's the good news. Once you see the code, you can rewrite it. Part 4. How to rewire your brain. Your brain is plastic. That means it can change with practice. You can literally rewire the neural pathways that keep you miserable. Here's a 3-step framework. Step 1. The Digital Detox Challenge. Delete the apps that trigger comparison. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, even Facebook. Just for 72 hours. 3 days. Not forever. Here's what to expect. The first day feels restless. You'll reach for your phone without thinking. That's withdrawal. That's your brain craving the dopamine hit. By day 2, you'll feel bored. That's normal. By day 3, you'll feel lighter, like a fog has lifted. And here's what to do instead. Go for a walk. Journal your thoughts. Call someone you trust. Sit in silence. Read. It's like taking off distortion glasses you didn't even know you were wearing. Suddenly, your life looks real again. Step 2. The Daily Win Protocol. Every night, write down one thing you did better today than yesterday. Doesn't matter how small. Drank an extra glass of water? Win. Spoke up in a meeting? Win. Smiled at a stranger? Win. Resisted the urge to scroll Instagram? Win. This rewires your brain to notice progress instead of problems. It teaches your mind to scan for growth, not gaps. Here's a simple template. Today I improved by, which made me feel. And here's the secret. Even on the toughest days, when you feel like nothing went right, you can always write this. I survived today. Because survival itself is a win. Over weeks, this tiny shift changes your default programming. You stop obsessing over what's missing and start noticing what's working. Step 3. The past self-comparison. Here's the new question to ask. Am I ahead of who I was last month? Not ahead of Elon Musk. Not ahead of the influencer with fake abs. Just ahead of yourself. This tiny mental shift transforms comparison into motivation. You stop competing against ghosts. You start competing against the only person who matters. The old you. Part 5. The identity shift. Here's the part most people miss. You don't just need new habits. You need a new identity. Right now, you may see yourself as the one who's always behind, or the one who never measures up. That identity is the prison. But here's the truth. You can change it. Imagine a flower comparing itself to the tree next to it. Why aren't I tall? Why aren't I strong? The flower feels like a failure. But the truth? A flower isn't supposed to be a tree. It's supposed to bloom in its own way. Same with you. You're not here to be a copy of someone else. You're here to be the best version of yourself. When you stop measuring your worth with someone else's ruler, magic happens. You start living your path, not theirs. Here's a challenge. For 1 week, every time you compare yourself to someone else, stop and ask, what can I learn from my own progress instead of their success? That question alone can rewire your brain. Part 6. The closing revelation. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Comparison isn't just the thief of joy. It's the thief of identity. Every moment you spend measuring yourself against others is a moment stolen from becoming who you're meant to be. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not less than. You are exactly where you need to be for your story. So stop comparing. Start creating. Start building. Start becoming. Your future self is counting on you. And now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're better at now than you were a year ago? Drop it in the comments. Let's celebrate real progress, not fake perfection. If this message opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because at the end of the day, happiness isn't about being better than them. It's about being better than yesterday. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really appreciate your support. Your time means a lot to me. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join this growing community. I look forward to sharing more with you soon.